Amigos de Ya Párate y los 40, soy Gaby Cam. Hoy no van a creer quién está conmigo. Estoy súper contenta de estar con Capital Cities. How are you guys?
Very good. How are you?
We're doing well.
I'm very good. I'm having the time of my life here with you. And I mean, you've performed here in Mexico before. What do you think it's that thing about Mexican people that makes you come back every single time?
Well, I think Mexico has proven that they are huge fans of all kinds of music. They love their Latin music, but they also have really embraced a lot of American bands and British bands, and so it's become this huge music market. And I think Mexico is a very celebratory country. They like to celebrate things. They like to dance. They like to enjoy life. And I think, our music is very dancey, and so I think it's resonated with the Mexican public, which is great.
And you've been in very weird places like Zacatecas, and I mean that's not weird.
It's
but
not weird.
It's not really
a
weird.
beautiful place, but
yeah.
kind of random. Yeah.
It's very random. How do you choose your places? Is it just like it happens to happen?
They choose us.
They choose you.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but Mexico is our biggest fan base in the world. Like the Mexico country always shows up at the top of the list when we look at our stats on Facebook and Instagram. Mexico. So we've been very lucky and blessed to be invited to a lot of these sometimes random places like Zacatecas. Actually, I think the government there put together this street festival, and it was really beautiful because all the people came out. I think it was free, it was outdoors. But every show we've played in Mexico has been really fun.
So we were just talking about you guys having a Mexican collaboration, maybe. Would it happen at any point?
Cállate. Siéntate. Oh, it's done. It's a hit.
It's a hit already. I know it. Why aren't you singing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that we were.
Oh, okay. It's okay. You can sing the English part.
Yeah.
We're going to
Or
do
the
the Spanish
Spanish
There you go. Well, guys, it's been a while since you released your last album, and now you've just released a new one. What happened through all these years? What happened? What has changed in your lives and your musical style, maybe?
We took a lot of time with this album. A lot of personal experiences and circumstances took place. I had 2 kids since the last album. But, we decided to take our time with it because we wanted to create something that was a little bit more mature, let's say, because we've gotten a little bit more mature. We've grown older. We wanted to make sure that it was interesting and sophisticated and clever. So we took our time and finally came together. Album number 2.
And talking about that, we were just talking about how, reggaeton and electronic music, and it's all over the place. What's the secret, or what would you say is the secret for you to stay true to yourselves in your genre and whatever you do in your style when it comes to creating new songs?
I think the secret to staying true to yourself is just following your musical intuition, which I think we both have our own ideas of what we want to hear in our minds, and trying not to be too influenced by whatever is happening on the top of the charts, because usually that's a very temporary thing. It comes and goes, and like if you look at a lot of the bands that are making very timeless music or they've been around forever, you're still hearing their songs because they created a sound that was their own sound and they kind of stuck with that, but still evolved with the times. Like David Bowie, he always evolved his sound, and it sonically sounded like the period that he was making music, but it always had his DNA in it. It wasn't like someone else guiding the creativity.
And also it feels like you guys have a lot of fun creating music, because I think that's what shows to the audience, isn't it? How's the process for you? Does it ever get like maybe hard, or is it just like a fun process? Because to us as an audience, I feel like we listen to you and it just seems like you had the blast creating your songs.
Yeah, well, we've been really blessed because we have fun with the production of our music, where we try to make it dancey and electronic and fun to listen to if a DJ blasts it in a speaker at a house party. But we also, at the same time, when we develop it for the live show, when we prepare the live show, we make it very live too. So we have fun as performers, as musicians playing live. So we blend both worlds, the kind of the dance electronic world and the live rock jamming world. On stage especially, it comes together like that, and it's just a lot of fun. There's no other way to put it.
And I feel like sometimes people don't realize that some lyrics are actually very romantic or very deep, aren't they? Like, when you, what happens first? Like, do you write the music? Do you write the lyrics? Because I feel like maybe you write something and then you're like, if we put this music, it's going to sound fun, but it's actually very romantic. I don't know. How does that happen?
I mean, every song is different. Sometimes with a song, you have a very specific idea that you're trying to convey, and a lot of times you just start singing melodies and words come to mind, and sometimes they stick. You know, you write a chorus, all of a sudden these random words come to your mind and they feel good to sing and they seem to mean something. I think a lot of it is kind of unconscious. You know, I think we're always absorbing lots of content, lots of stimuli like music, books, movies, conversations, and it all gets infused into your subconscious, and then it comes out sometimes when you're writing songs. And a lot of times songs aren't necessarily about something tangible and specific, but it has echoes of all these different things, and it's speaking to something that's kind of like deeper in your soul, I guess, you know, that you're trying to communicate that's very hard to articulate.
And talking about films, I have to tell you, we have a film show at Los 40, and you've done a lot of music for films. You did it for The Giver, for example. How does that happen? Do you kind of like lend your songs, or have they been written for a specific film? I guess you're a film lover somehow, aren't you?
Yeah, well, when we make music videos, we kind of take the approach of having them be short films.
Kangaroo Court is amazing, by the way.
Is one of, thank you.
I'll never eat zebra, just so you know.
Don't eat zebra. Don't eat cows either. They're nice too. They're nice. Yeah, that video is kind of one of our proudest moments, I would say. And then actually, before we even got into Capital Cities, we were making music for commercials and some film type projects. So we really like the idea of marrying music to video. It's those types of art really work well together.
Well, I have to ask you one last thing. You know, Ya Parate, the show we're doing this interview for, they always have like a daily topic, and the topic for tomorrow is I would sell anything but. Your stereo would be the one that you wouldn't sell?
What would we not sell?
The one thing that it wouldn't matter if you were like starving, you would never sell it. You would just keep it for
The
yourself.
stereo. Yeah.
Right,
Of
yeah.
course, the music, you know, music is more nutritious than food sometimes.
True.
I'd say my piano right now.
Music.
I bought
again.
an upright piano, and I love it. I play it every day, and it
That
brings
would
me
save
so
you
much
from
joy.
starving. Aren't they very expensive?
Exactly. I could write songs, so I'd be fine.
Well, thank you guys very much, and thank you for being
Thank
in
you.
Ya Parate in Los 40.
Thank you very
Enjoy
much.
your time in Mexico.
Los 40.
Los 40. Music inspires life.